When we last left our heroes, they had been basically exposited upon greatly by Xander Crowley, informing Wolfgang that his grandfather had ties to a organization that seemed to oppose the monarchy of Dragon's Rest, the Hands of the People. He also, our party also learned at that fateful event from Venariel that there is, in fact, a certain flower that is required in an effort to assist the king with his current dilemma, being slowly corrupted by the bleeding god. The Lily of the Lunar Well resides somewhere off to the west, but before our party can really get there, they made a promise to a dear friend, Hackless, to assist him in the efforts of gathering a magical artifact from an old tomb of Arcanos that seems to have shaken itself loose in the ensuing earthquakes in the recent months. So, we join you guys the following morning. Where did everybody decide to sleep that night after they left from the party? Obviously,
Chateau Connolly.
Ah, yes, the Connolly home.
I actually stayed at one of the local parks for the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any of them in particular that you might be fond of? There's the one outside of the Dwarven town, which is larger. There's the one outside the Whistlestein Spire.
I would say outside of the Whistlestein Spire.
All right. You were left pretty undisturbed throughout most of the night. A couple of students heading out late back to their homes for those that live in the area. Some people coming in late, but other than that, people tended not to pay you much mind, and you got to spend your evening as you, as well, had received many a harrowing vision last night from all of the all of these bits of confusion that you've been experiencing since you've awoken.
Hmm.
The night was calm, and it eventually breaks today. Anybody spend their night doing anything specific?
No.
Ah. just home and bed.
Just thinking about stuff.
Could I have one thing I could do? Could I try and find an owl at nighttime?
Interesting.
Yeah, sure. You're around a wizard spire. I don't see why that would be too difficult. Give me a survival check.
Okay. 14.
14's enough to find. It's kind of a. I don't know the different breeds of owl. The small, round, ovular-looking brown one. Not the great horned owl, but the.
Pygmy or a barn?
Probably a pygmy owl.
Pygmy owl? Alright, I will take it.
You managed to catch a good glimpse of it as it's... Basically, the best way you could think to track one is by finding the thing that it might have been preying upon, and you see a little field mouse skittering around, chewing on discarded seeds and nuts. And sure enough, you spot an owl spying it from a tree branch and snatches it up.
Holy shit. Like... Alright, scan it and I'm gonna add owl to my repertoire.
Alright, you got yourself an owl.
Is it like an attack owl or a defensive owl?
It depends on if you play it face up or face down.
Well, is it? What about a dism?
Anyway.
A dism owl. Come on.
You can't play them face up in defense position, Lani. I thought we discussed this.
Yeah, I said if you play it defensive or offensive. It doesn't matter if it's face down. Anyway, it's morning now!
Okay.
Turn this night around.
Yeah, you're going to turn this whole night around.
I actually did have something I wanted to do.
Oh, fine, it's night again. What's up?
I wanted to search I wanted to search that office for any signs of the Hands of the People, like memorabilia or anything.
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation with advantage. You do somewhat, like from our events yesterday, you do recall seeing this book recently.
22.
Sure enough, easy enough to find. You find that book that with the symbol on its spine, and you pull it out. It feels lighter than it should.
I will look through it, and I will specifically, if it feels lighter than it should, I will look for any missing pages in it.
You start scrolling through the first few pages. Seems to be written in a dialect you're unfamiliar with. It's definitely in common, but it's all written in like gibberish. And as you flip through, you find that a good chunk of it has been hollowed out. There's a big swath cut in the middle of this book. Definitely looks like you'd put something inside of it, but there's nothing in that hollowed out space.
Does the hollowed out space look like anything?
It's just like a large rectangle cut out, basically. So you'd put pretty much anything in there that you'd want hidden, but it looks like whatever was hidden was taken.
All right, I'll put the book back where I found it, but I'll memorize where it was, so I'll know where it is.
Yeah, no problem. I mean,
and he'll try to get some sleep because it's been a revealing day.
Yeah. You got home a little late. Party went. You stayed at the party for a bit with that meeting going on and trying to rack your head around all that stuff. Jamaat has left out a robe for you, as well as left the drink cart where it should be, and basically you try to clear your mind, and you manage to get some decent sleep out of it. Okay, it's morning now.
Hooray!
Asmo hits the snooze button.
Beep, beep.
Asmo, you don't get that luxury as Jamaat has installed the curtains in your room. As they open up, the sun greets them, and sun straight in your face.
The eyes are open, they're bloodshot, the pupils get very tiny, and it's like a vampire being hit with a side. Ah! Ah!
Your snake-like eyes are the size of a paper cut, basically.
You just hear screaming there, Wolfgang.
Yeah, that'll probably wake you up.
Oh, fuck.
I'm blind! Jamal, why would you do this to me?
Oh, thank you for the curtains, by the way. Sets a tray of eggs
Supposed
inside
to
your
put
door.
that in Wolfgang's room as a joke, not mine! Ah!
There's a tray of eggs sitting at the base of your door.
Give me the eggs! Pushes them out and take the eggs, and I hide. Can I slide under the bed in the shadowy corner and eat the eggs quietly?
It's a pretty big bed, but you're also like you're flexible. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
26.
Like a glove, you slide under there like a monster and drag the tray behind you. It's a good thing little Elliot isn't seeing this, or it'd be horrifying. There's a knock on the Connolly Manor's door.
Oh, I'll get it.
You head downstairs, all robed up, and as you open the door, you see Hackless all geared up. He's got like a big old backpack on. He's dressed in like a nice vest, a kind of a fluffy white shirt. He's got looks like very worn pants, probably made of some cheap material, but durable. Maybe something like canvas. Oh, hey, just up and ready to go whenever you guys are. Morning.
Wolfgang's pupils shift like from side to side, just like, well, oh, right.
Yeah.
Feel free to come in.
Oh, cool. Awesome. He brushes his feet off outside and steps in. Wow, you got a nice place. I mean, I've seen it before, but still, really nice.
Sure have. Wait, when did you see it before?
Oh, when I first got here, when you guys were helping me find my uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment.
Oh, sure.
Wolfgang will go up, upstairs and look for the rest of his party. Just knock on their doors, saying like, "Hackless is here."
Yeah, as you walk upstairs, you hear, "Oh, hey, Uncle Jamat." He kind of walks over to the side. Small conversation breaks out behind you.
You called him uncle? What?
Because his
Yeah. He refers to Timry as his Uncle Timry, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Right.
And he is a lot older than most of you, so.
Oh god, that makes us cousins. Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
I don't know.
T-Wig, what's your plan for the morning?
I prepare my spells, and then I come immediately back to the Connolly home.
Easy enough. You make it inside. You're familiar enough now that you know Jamada's basically asked you. You don't have to knock. You can just come in whenever.
Jump through a window.
Fuck.
T-Wig, Ralph Wiggum's their way in. And then, from downstairs here. Oh, hey!
Oh, hey.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting all week. I know I was busy working on all this stuff, but I'm just really excited to get there. Oh, man. It's going to be so cool.
I blink once.
Do you have 1,000 gold pieces?
Yeah, why?
Can I have it?
I'm not supposed to unless it's for something. So what for?
To improve my eyesight.
Ooh, that's a pretty good reason.
Just blink once again.
Is it like one eye that's blinking, or
No,
what?
it's both eyes.
I think if today goes well enough, we could. What were you gonna do to fix up your eyes?
I would like to see in the dark.
Oh. Nah, that would take me too long. You can see that like some gears are kind of turning in his head,
So are mine.
Ah!
but his are more metaphorical.
Haha.
I'm finger gunsing. I'm finger gunsing toward the microphone right now. You can't see, but. Ooh, funny joke.
You can see him kind of like take up like kind of a thinking pose. But if we no, then you could explode. That wouldn't be good.
I don't like that option. I
Yeah.
was also hoping that Timry could do it as well. No offense to you,
Oh.
but you know he made me. So
Well, where we're going, there might be a lot of stuff with a lot of money and things, so maybe you could finance it through that? Or we
What
could
is-
maybe work something out?
we will work it out. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my grandpa's been trying to teach me about business and stuff. I'm good at the magic side, but all of the other stuff is weird.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's very weird.
Isn't it? It's like, why do you need the gold when you have magic and you just get things and things are out there and people don't like stop you?
Is it right? Oh
Yeah?
my gosh. You're someone who gets it.
Right? I feel like I do. I mean, I guess I don't. I don't know. Things are weird.
Let's keep shooting this shit while everyone else gets
Yeah.
ready.
I'm assuming eventually the Asmo and Wolfgang return down dressed.
I was really hoping he was gonna knock on my door. I had something fully prepared.
No, but you do hear his voice as you're coming down the stairs.
He's still
hey!
eating a bowl. Let's shh.
Oh, shh.
Shh.
Shh. What are we doing?
If you want me to help you, I need you to talk at that volume for the next hour. Jamat.
Oh, it's a test.
Jamat. Jamat.
Yes, sir! Calls out from the kitchen.
Coffee, please.
Right away, I'll see what I got. Comes out, basically, some freshly strained coffee. Anything for you, young Hackless, or Master Wolfgang?
I could probably eat some eggs.
He leaves out basically sets down a bowl of soft-boiled egg. Like, he gives you a soft-boiled egg and like a plate with some sausage and some hashed brown potatoes on it. There you go,
I
sir.
go through a lot of these lately.
Yeah, I've had to double down our stock. It helps that young Elliot over there really likes them as well. You can see him kind of splashing around a bowl of scrambled eggs.
Energetic as always.
Ah, very much so. Well, young Hackless told me a lot about what you were heading out to do, so sounds like it should be fun to get away for a little bit.
Hopefully it's fun.
It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna see things that people haven't seen for like over 1,000 years. That's so cool.
So there's gonna be like lots of dust, you're thinking?
I don't know, maybe. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. It's weird. You never know with these magic places.
In a way, it should be.
The tomb. So like this tomb, how ancient is it exactly?
Well, it predates the war, so really old.
All right, that's pretty old, I guess. And it's been sealed since then, right?
In a mountain.
Ooh, that's good. So like, how do you know all this, by the way?
Well, my family, they have a very long track of history. I mean,
So
I
like,
think
what? Was like a guy there? He was like looked inside and went like.
Great grandmother, I think, was actually one of Arkanos' pupils.
Cool.
Yeah, so our like the history is kind of vague because language has changed a lot since then. But yeah, they wrote about this tomb. It's supposed to hold a really powerful artifact, and I really want to get my hands on that.
Well, I kind of got my hands on a wonderful, amazing bag of holding.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? He kind of like holds out a satchel at his side.
Oh yes.
I point at Aswin and point to Hackless and just laugh.
Laughing is fun.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, it's like you got one and he's got one, and it's you didn't know, and it's.
Well, no. I have one forever, and he has one forever. Trust me. After this, we will be going. Aswin points 2 different directions.
Oh.
But it looks like a hug.
Aw.
Does Hackless take the hug?
He seems happy about it. Aw. Yeah, you guys are served up breakfast and.
So now, how far away exactly is this place?
Well, it's up near the Maw, not incredibly close, but it'll take us by. Let's see, I think it's Fallwood. The Fallwood, yes.
Oh boy, we've traveled there quite a many times.
Oh, good. You know the area.
Regrettably, yes.
Well, should be a pretty quick and easy trip, all things considered.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 Alright, so what have you brought to be prepared for this little trip you're going on today?
Oh, I got lots of stuff. Let's see. I've got some food back there. I've got components. I've got archaeological equipment. How
many potions? Alright, let's get to the right. How many potions and healing related items did you bring? Because, if this is an ancient tome, there's gonna be so much dust, and if there's a lot of dust, we're gonna be coughing a lot, so.
I
Speak for
did
yourself.
bring my dust of dryness, but I don't think we want to use that.
No, we need moisture.
Yeah.
It's okay, I do believe our good buddy, our good pal T-Wig can make it rain.
Oh yeah, I can make it rain real good, like.
And then like shadows form around me, and like it's kind of dire and scary for like half a second.
Ominous.
Yeah. Oh, That's the only time that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, I bet it won't. B.
Did you say gay? Did you just say gay?
Won't be. He said won't be.
Oh, okay. Because fucking my headset, Jesus.
All right.
Bad time to cut out a little bit, Jesus.
But yeah, he goes through a small list of items that he's brought. Typically, he doesn't list any potions of healing actually, but he does have a bunch of things that would typically be good in an archaeological survey, specifically for magical items.
That's lovely.
So, we all ready to go?
Well, once I'm done.
Exposed.
Hold on. I gotta finish my coffee.
Okay.
So how long? By the way, are we gonna be? We're not. I don't think we're gonna be walking. We're gonna be taking the teleporter there, right?
Nah, I got a better way.
What?
I'll show you when we get outside. It's really cool. I found it in one of my other expeditions.
As I was just like shifting his coffee around. That's terrifying to hear from you, Hackless.
I'm so glad.
I like surprises.
See?
Yeah!
Great. Yeah.
Wolfgang, you and me are gonna be getting along a lot, I think, on this trip.
Adventure.
Adventure.
As well, just gestures to the two of them with his coffee cup.
Just squints and shakes his head. Let them have their fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the only way you can ever experience it, right?
Seems
All
like
right.
it nowadays.
So as you guys finish your breakfast and head outside, Hackless basically tells you, okay, stand back. And he starts reaching into his bag of holding, and he starts pulling out what seems to be a roll of some form of fabric, and he flaps it out, and it makes basically a 6 foot long, 5 foot wide rug.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
No, so
Yes.
so what is this?
Yes.
So, all right, he goes and he kind of like sits cross-legged on the front of the rug. Okay, so basically sit down like this and try to hold on to like an edge. Come on. He looks around at you guys.
Asmo's drinking his coffee with two hands right now, doing that.
I sit down wherever is like the most comfortable.
There's enough room that if you're like sitting down cross-legged, there's probably about 1.5 feet of space between you and the next person if you're sitting in a corner.
Okay, yeah, I'll sit in a corner.
Yeah, there's like a radius around you that's perfectly fine.
I want to sit far back. Like I want to sit near the back.
Okay, you sit kitty corner to Hackless.
Asmo sits down, but in front of T-Wig, and uses T-Wig kind of like a chair. You're much bigger than Asmo.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Not heavier, but not necessarily bigger. Asmo, you're actually taller than T-Wig when you
What?
straighten out.
Really? I thought
Yeah,
T-Wig was like 6
T-Wig's-
foot.
No, T-Wig's short. T-Wig is not that tall.
Well, I
T-
have to.
T- T-Wig is gnomish by design.
Yeah, I'm like without the ears, I'm like 5'6", 5'5".
Yeah,
Oh
she's
my-
Stallone-sized.
This
Yeah, and then-
changes. This changes. Wow.
With
you
the-
always
with
just
the-
love-
With the ears, I'm about 6 feet, but that's with just the ears, and they move all the time. So
Yeah, the ears are pretty tall.
This ruins my role play.
oh well.
To be
I'm
fair,
sorry.
you slouch a lot, Asmo.
That's true. He does.
You're a skulky guy.
What? Who
And
told
that
you?
And that leaves one corner for Wolfgang. All right. So, I found this, and I've been working with it, and it seems to like me. So, let's do our best with it. Up, and away! And as he
Scuttle.
says that, you start to feel this rush of wind kind of gust around you as the frills of the carpet start to quiver and shake, and then you start to feel your weight being lifted off the ground by this rug. Passers-by in the thoroughfare of the town start to stop and look at you as you begin to rise up. You feel like a small, slight cyclone of air circling around you. Your hair and clothing kind of blowing in the breeze. And away we go! And it takes off, traveling at speeds that you haven't reached without getting on horseback. And it just starts going up, and everything beneath you, if you look over the side, starts to get really small. You have never been this high in the sky before without, well, Wolfgang, you remember in your vision when you were having your conversation with Bahamut. You were higher than this, but this is definitely reminiscent. As you begin coasting through the air at a relatively quick pace, definitely faster than you were traveling with the oxen and wagon on your first trip down here.
I'm gonna throw my hands up in the air and go wee like the entire time.
You start kind of slipping back as you do so, but you grab back down when you realize that your butt starts slipping off the edge.
Just one long sustained wee.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, no. I can do that for hours.
You see beneath you as the Crowley Estates farmlands just start flowing by. Looking closely, you can see the dog chasing around some sheep in one of the pens.
Nice.
And within the next hour and within the next 3 or 4 hours, you're coasting over River Run as Hackless has these goggles down over his face right now, keeping his eye, he's got his tongue sticking out as he looks like he's biting down and keeping himself concentrated as he's leaning left and right. You fly past a flock of birds as you start to make a hook up the river. They look to be ducks, just kind of traveling down to the lake, it seems. All told, at the speed that you guys have been traveling, the journey takes you about 7 hours. But as you get closer and closer, you start to get close to these mountains, which you're not quite over, but you're kind of eye level with the summit. The air starts to get cold, and you start to notice in the distance that Fallwood Barrow, the normal amber and gold and red of the trees, seems to actually be a little bit deader than usual, as the clouds above the area seem to be producing a bit of snow, actually, which is odd, considering this is a world where the climate doesn't exactly shift, because the sun stays at the exact same position all year round. However, you do notice that the briar, or the grove where Maggie lives, is still perfectly green, absolute springtime green. And the skies above it actually seems to form a hole where the weather itself does not touch. And Hackless begins to take you guys down along the riverside, close to the mountains. You're past the forests by now, so you're kind of around this area here, around the crook of this river, as he takes you down towards the base of the mountain. By the time you land, it's early evening. The sun is beginning to go down. You guys have been snacking on the trip along the way, just because it's a long flight. Whew!
Hey, that was fun.
Azo still has his coffee cup.
It's been empty for some time.
Azo just kind of rolls off the carpet. Oh!
Might warn a man, you know? Alice!
I told you it was gonna be cool.
It was cold!
Yes,
Not cool, it was cold! Hackless!
It is kind of cold, though, isn't it?
Hackless!
It's a little weird. Huh.
You will warn me again if you ever do that again, Hackless!
Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, we have to, otherwise we won't get it back.
That was fun.
Wasn't it?
I liked that. That was good.
Yeah, this thing's great.
Interesting experience.
Apparently it knows the secrets of the birds, too.
1 second, I just need to... that was... It was how turbulent was the ride?
through Hacklis's control, it actually wasn't incredibly turbulent until close to the end where the cold wind started to buff it out, which is why you landed a little bit further back from the mountain range than you normally, than Hacklis would have liked.
Asmo pulls out his poofy winter jacket out of his bag of holding.
So warn a snake about this. I'm cold-blooded, you idiot.
Wasn't expecting it to be this cold either, frankly. It's
Now Asmo essentially can't put his arms down. Like that one kid from A Christmas Story.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Where's the temple?
Ralphie's brother. Well, it should be just up that pass that way. Whew. It's one of the gorges that leads towards the west.
What's up with you guys? Why are you all shaky like?
It's
See this? Is there snow around us?
there is snow coming down from the sky. Yeah.
See that white stuff coming down from the sky?
Advanced rain.
Yeah, and I pose as if I know what I'm talking about, but I clearly
I need to
don't.
step away. I can't with you, Nadine. I can't. I go. Enhanced. It's enhanced rain.
Hacklis scratches his chin. Advanced rain. Huh.
It's snow. We've been in the north. Come on.
I know.
That's what I thought it was called too.
Have I been to the north? I don't think I've been to the north, have I?
You have not.
No, so I wouldn't
Well,
have an idea.
Then I address Asmo.
This fucking shit sucks, man. I thought it was gonna be a fun adventure. I wasn't expecting this.
Just kind of walks past with his arms bobbing up and down.
Hacklis rolls up the carpet of flying and plops it back in his bag.
This is
Wolfgang, I don't want to alarm you, but I think that Asmo might be dying.
He'll be fine.
I was wondering about. Never mind.
He's like shaking a lot and like speaking all raspy and like, I mean, more than usual.
Well, he's cold-blooded.
Right.
Yeah, you do feel a bit colder than usual, Asmo, even though you've been to the north.
This must be a wet cold.
All right, well, maybe if we find our way to the temple, everything should be fine. And he starts, he hikes up his bags and starts trekking towards the mountains.
Okay. I will follow behind him, next to him, and just keep my eyes peeled with my passive perception for anything super sketchy or out of place. Which has gone up, by the way. It's 22 now.
Okay. I'll say that as you're, the snow still seems a little bit fresh, but you can see some imprints in the snow that looks like some people had been stomping by here before every now and again.
Tracks.
Yeah. Huh, guess we're not the only ones here. Weird. Oh,
Maybe
well.
not so weird. There's a temple here with some supposed magical goodies in it. I would expect people to want to come over here.
Yeah, but none of the other guys I talked about came and got me, so I don't know why they'd come here without me.
Who did you tell again about this place?
Oh, I talked to a bunch of people at the Adventurers Guild. They seemed really excited, but none of them ever took me up on it.
It's because they're gonna loot it themselves.
Why? Why would they do that?
Because that's what we were gonna do.
But you were going with
He
me,
doesn't speak for us.
Ah!
though. Huh. Well, hopefully there's still some stuff left. And he keeps going ahead. He seems kind of nonplussed by the revelation.
I will be. Do I know what the symbol of Vander is, Lani?
Give me a religion check.
Oh boy. 14.
You're not sure on the exact symbology, but you know it involves, like, the sigil itself involves a hammer.
Right. I'll be on the lookout for hammer iconography then,
Yeah.
as well, while we're up here.
As you wander up into the mountains, You seem to be traveling towards the eye of this storm, or towards the center of this where this weather is emanating from. And I want everybody to make me a quick survival check here. Includes Hackless.
Oh, boo, that was a bad roll. I'm sad.
Not as bad as mine. Natural one.
Oh.
I was gonna say Hackless also got a natural one, so no. That
Ooh.
wasn't the only
Oh,
thing he's gonna
no, not.
I got a 13.
have. Okay.
And I got an 11.
All right. You do lose the tracks that you were following, but you're able to kind of make your way, like, mountaineering through this. T-Wig, with your knowledge of nature, you kind of know how to follow weather patterns and where things are emanating from. So you're thinking maybe this temple could be the center point, so you keep traveling onward. Eventually you come to a fork in the mountain path. One seems to lead further westward, one seems to hook up northly. And you... Go ahead and give me one more survival check here.
Okay. Can someone assist me, perhaps? Or we're all just gonna roll?
Would one of you like
separate
to assist?
I don't know if I don't know if Asmo can with his current jacket on.
Wolfgang will assist you.
I'll assist, yeah, so...
Alright.
Go ahead and take it with advantage.
Explain this advanced snow to me in more detail so I can decipher it, and then
It's
I
like
will...
rain, but cold.
24.
Alright, with that, you're able to, like, as you're looking around and Wolfgang is telling you everything you need to know about advanced rain, you begin to glance about this area, and you can see that the fresh tracks, or at least the more tampered down snow, leads northward. So you start hooking that way.
Okay.
And you travel up, and sure enough, you start to see signs of damage caused by an earthquake. You see fallen rocks and a bunch of cracks emanating from within. And you feel a slight breeze kick out of a nearby crevice that seems probably about 4 feet wide. You kind of have to turn to your side to get in. But you notice that that's where these tracks all seem to lead into. Ooh, this must be the entrance. So,
How big is the opening?
well, like I said, it's about 4 feet wide. The crack kind of triangles out about 7 feet up.
Oh wow, so
And
it's
splits
really
down.
big.
It's a pretty big fissure, and based on your knowledge of, go ahead and give me a nature check, actually, T-Wig, with advantage.
Hit 23.
Yeah, you know that this, based on your knowledge of weather and your ability to potentially control it, is actually the epicenter of this cold storm.
So it's coming from this place.
It seems to be centered around this area, yeah.
Okay. I will turn to my companions and go,
This is the advanced rain's home.
The cave?
Yeah, it's like home here.
and I just point to the sky.
Interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's like right here, like right above here.
My ears are kind of go crazy as I'm trying to figure out a way to decipher this.
Must be
It's
magic
like-
from the temple.
Oh, you're saying the snow is magically generated then?
Yes, that's totally what I was totally saying.
And I just shifty eyes back and forth.
You're smart, T-Wig.
Asmo walks past with fire and activated, just like fanning it in front of himself.
Yeah, even though you're cold, you're actually kind of sweating a little bit, as much as a snake can sweat. But you travel into the cave there, Asmo?
Yes, we are traveling to the cave, I would assume.
All right, you head in the cave. I was just checking to see who was taking point. Using Fire Ant to kind of light your way and using your dark vision for the rest of that. You travel inward, and sure enough, there's a bit of a breeze kicking out of this place. It's chilly. It nips at your face a bit. And as you travel further in, it seems to open up a bit until you see what appear to be actual stone carvings. T-Wig, with your passive perception, you're the first one to kind of notice this, but they...
I don't have dark vision unless I get Asmo's light. Is that...
I've been treating Fire Ant as kind of a torchlight. So,
okay.
You do notice that there are carvings, very pristine and well-made carvings of elven caricatures as you travel through. You also note a symbol on the wall, among some of the walls here. I'll show it off because I showed it before, but you notice this symbol kind of etched around some of the caricatures and carvings in the area. And as you continue traveling further in, you come to what looks to be like the face of a temple.
Could I do another religion check on that symbol to see what that might be of?
Absolutely.
All right. 18.
Nice.
With your experience being around the Whistlesteins and being around Denier and his studies, you know that to be the symbol that represents Arcanos himself.
Yep, this seems like the place.
And as you walk forward, you are greeted by the marble-like texture of what seems to be the front of a temple, with a kind of trapezoidal entranceway, like one that where the angles kind of like meet in, and it's kind of narrower at the top.
Has it got like a door set in the frame?
It seems to be wide open. Actually, it looks like there is some crumbled rock around. Looks like it was busted into.
Okay.
And it's a little dark on the inside, but you can see down the way a little bit. There seems to be the kind of like a glowing cerulean light that ebbs from within this temple. This must be it. The doors are wide open.
Hold up a minute.
And I grab the back of Hackless's whatever he's wearing.
Yeah, as he's walking, you grab the back of his backpack. Look!
Alright, I have a skill that I prepared just for this day this morning at the park. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Find Traps.
Okay. What's the range on that? 120 feet?
120 feet. So...
There does appear to be a trap about, I'm going to say, 100 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to read the remainder of this. Line of sight. Trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell will sense an effect. Alarm spell, glyph, warding, pit trap. Not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, an unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole. Okay, yeah, it's about 100 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Beep. Beep. Like kind of like a sonar sound emits from T-Wig for a bit.
Oh, what's that?
And then I come back and I go,
There's a trap 100 feet ahead, vaguely, in that direction.
That's cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think I know something similar, but I didn't prepare it today. Now I feel silly.
I thought it would be good because, you said it was like had valuable things in it. And I've learned,
and I slowly turn and look at Esmo,
that criminals like to go after valuable things. So, how do you stop a criminal? You put up a lock or a trap.
True enough. That makes sense.
Yeah, just without breaking eye contact, I look at Esmo.
All right, well, let's keep our eyes out for...
Asmo's just neck's all pushed out in the giant jacket.
Well, keep our eyes out for that as we move forward, I guess.
Okay.
So you begin to travel down the entrance of this tunnel?
Yeah, I'll go first just so I can seek out whatever might be this trap by perception.
Sure thing. As you travel down this corridor, you eventually, as you step into this corridor, as a matter of fact, you notice that the ground itself is of a very nice, pristine, marbling structure. A very fine, polished stone that is completely unlike any of the rock that you've been walking on before. The closest stone that you could possibly recognize to this would be the stone that the Palace of Dragon's Rest was made out of.
Oh shit, that's really nice.
Yeah, as you travel in, we're gonna shift over to a different map here. As you approach the area where you recognize the trap to be,
Oh my god, Hackless's face.
Damn it.
it's a great face.
It's really good.
Yeah. The frosty nip is in the air as you stand at the precipice of this long hallway. The entrance of this temple seems very well preserved, but the ground is oddly thick with dust, about an inch deep in some areas here.
Ooh.
The walls themselves bear immaculate stone carvings and metalwork above the door, above and around the doorway, kind of around you in sort of a mosaic fashion. It seems to depict characters in various poses and settings beset by a script that seems to be in the Elven alphabet, but it doesn't appear to be in a dialect any of you recognize unless any of you read Sylvan or Slivan.
Let me check here real fast. No.
That's going to
Okay.
be a negative.
And Asmo, I'm pretty sure you only know Common and Draconic, so...
Yeah.
Above the door, there seems to be the depiction of a warrior clad in armor facing away from you. Hackless is fascinated by the art on the walls and starts trying to decipher the script. Huh. It seems like a very old dialect, kind of like in some of the books at our house. I'm not sure if I can read it.
Is it still cold outside, or is it getting warmer as we're getting in?
It still feels kind of just as chilly as it did outside in here.
Okay.
Would anybody like to make a investigation check in terms of figuring out what's happening on these walls with these pictures and stuff?
I will.
All right.
Right. Investigation. Here we go. 13.
As best as you can tell, these mosaic does seem to tell a story of sorts. It seems to depict the actions of one elf. It seems to tell the tale of three elves. One elf appears to have killed one of the other three.
Ooh.
And was bested by another one, but the story itself is kind of hard to get all of with only this bit of information that you're trying to very plainly read off of the walls here without knowing the language that is inscribed with it. Anybody else like to do anything in this room? You are in the room where apparently the trap exists.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find that trap if I can.
Sure. There doesn't, with your passive perception, there doesn't appear to be anything around here that would signify any form of trap, but you do find it odd how thick this dust is everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Druidcraft
Okay.
to make a harmless puff of air and just kind of blow the dust into the hallway ahead of us. Just like my fingers.
Okay. Basically, you create kind of like a little bit of an air broom, and it swooshes a bunch of this dust around. Some of it was caked pretty thick to the ground.
Okay.
As it blows away, it just reveals clean marble, and you blow it further into the temple. And doesn't seem to reveal anything in particular. All the stones, all of the tiles on the floor seem to be exactly the same as any of the other ones. Doesn't look like there's any trip wires or anything.
So while there were tracks leading up to this place, there's no tracks inside here? Or
No tracks on this dust in front of you.
I thought some guys were on their way up here, but now it doesn't look like there's any tracks at all.
Yeah. Maybe they're
They
still
get-
inside.
No, there's no tracks. The dust seems untouched.
Is anybody in our party like wet from the snow?
Wolfgang's clothes, Asmo's clothes, your cloak, and Hackless's clothes are a little damp.
All right, I'm gonna cast Shape Water, and just suck the liquid out of the clothes, and then form it into a like a statue of like the elf on the wall. And I'm just gonna like just put it on the ground and just slide it across the floor that I've just cleaned off.
Okay, you polish up some of that marble as you do so. You don't end up with a massive statue here. It's probably about 3 feet tall, so it's at scale. And you slide it into the temple.
Yeah, I can fit
It
a
seems to wet a lot of the powder that's on the floor as you do so, and it starts to clump into sort of a clay-like sand.
Okay. Yeah, I can fit a 5-foot cube, and I can move the water up to 5 feet in any direction. So it was 5 feet in front of me.
Okay.
Thanks, T-Wig. Bit warmer now.
Oh yeah, right, totally. Did that for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing seems to trigger as you do that.
Well, I don't know what I can do.
Yeah, maybe more answers will be found inside? Hackless kind of begins to wander forward.
I grab him again,
Hit!
Allow me.
and I will go first.
Okay.
And like with each step, I'm gonna like smack my foot down on each tile.
Okay. As you step forward, clang, clang. Clang, clang. Wherever you'd like to move.
Eh.
Clang. Nothing. Nothing.
Heh.
Nothing.
Back up here.
Nothing there.
Eh.
Nothing there. As you step through there,
Uh-oh.
as you clang down, everybody outside can see a kind of a purplish hue glow from behind T-Wig that emanates out towards the remainder of the temple, which, by the way, now that you're in here, I will uncover this room. As you step into this very immaculate marbling room, the stones that are encrusted in the floor and on the ceilings begin to glow that cerulean glow that you saw emanating, only much brighter, basically illuminating this entire area.
I go into like a karate pose, like with both my hands up, like I learned from the mountaintop. I just kind of like pull up my arms, like, huh.
Yeah, as you do that, you turn around to see where this glow is emanating from, and behind you is that same depiction of the kneeling warrior. You can now tell that it is a bearded elf, and it's holding a sword hilt that's pointing straight down towards the doorway. And at the center point of the sword appears to be a glowing purple orb at the centerpiece of the hilt.
Okay.
What was that?
I have angered the elf man. Maybe?
What elf man? He wanders in. It glows again. He looks up. That's it!
What?
The thing!
That's what?
It's what I came here for!
Bullshit, we just entered this place. What is it?
It's up there, he points.
Can you point to where it is in this chamber?
Yes, it is right above the doorway here.
Oh shit.
Oh,
What?
oh.
Yeah, there's a doorway that you're walking under. And Wolfgang, as you walk under, the purple orb glows, emanates another, pulse. Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, so what? So this is it? You were just looking for a door?
Yeah. Well, that specifically.
Well, what is that exactly? I'm not walking through. What are you guys seeing?
It's an orb, and it has a lot of power in it.
Okay.
What does it
And-
do specifically?
Well, based on everything I know, it's meant to keep whatever was built here inside.
Wait, what?
I try and leave.
Oh, no. He grabs you by the shirt this time. I would not do that.
Why? What's going on? Wait, what? What's happening?
Well, I mean,
Atlas.
well, I'm assuming he kind of looks down, looks around. Yeah. Well, he kind of like lifts up some of the moist dust at his feet and kind of sprinkles it. Yeah, I think these are the people that came here before us.
T-Wig's ears just droop down and like this really dire expression appears.
Asphalt just makes a... he makes a sitcom slow realization face.
So yeah, they didn't get it. Good news!
Bad news. People are dead.
Oh my
Exactly.
God! What is? Okay,
Oh,
okay. Why?
right,
no one
right.
touch anything. No one touch anything.
I'm gonna take a silver bullet from my pouch, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna toss it at the doorway.
As you toss the bullet out, it just kind of clangs into the hallway next to Asmo.
You missed.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only supposed to work against people or living things.
Well,
I don't know how it tells, but
Hackless, are you trying to
Yeah?
tell me what are you saying right now? You get in there, you can't leave because of some magical thing?
well, it's not that we can't leave. It's just a prison. You just gotta find a way out, and getting out involves getting that thing, and that's what I want. That's why we're here.
All right, guys. Well, it's been good knowing all of you. It's been a great run so far. I have not
Asmo,
crossed.
if you leave us in here, I swear.
Ah, man, it's just it's cold. I don't know.
Asmo!
Asmo,
No,
Where
I'm
you're-
gonna go get
Ha-
help. I'm gonna go get help. Like, just imagine if I go get help.
Hackless
we-
is your only way back, Asmo.
Why do we need help?
How high up is this thing?
The doorway, it's about 8 feet up. The gem itself is about 8 feet up. The top of the doorway is about 7.5 feet.
Okay, let me see what I got here.
Can you at
Alright,
least
how-
toss me that silver bullet back?
All right, fine.
Asphalt picks it up and goes, "Pachoo!" and just like underhand tosses it.
Easy enough to catch.
All right, put it back in my pouch.
All I'm saying right now is I do not have to go through there right now until we solve this whole problem. So how about I be your safety, like, net? Yeah? Yeah?
So it's 8 feet up off the ground.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to stay there, that's okay.
No,
I guess.
I just want you to remove that first. That's like really all I.
Well, can't really do that until we have the thing that lets us.
What's the thing that lets us?
Well, if my stories are correct, then it should be a ring or a talisman of some sort.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions here quickly, Hackless.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what the fuck's in there? You said it's a prison. What is imprisoned in there?
If I recall correctly, it was one of the students of Arcanos. I don't really remember the name. It starts with an M. That's Malatesh. Thank you. That actually helped.
Is that name familiar at all?
To you.
To any of us.
To any of us?
Go ahead and roll me history with disadvantage, all of you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even gonna roll because there's no way Tavik can know.
11.
I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna...
With an 11, no. Just this again. You're in a place that predates the war that was over 1,000 years ago.
Looking
Okay,
just
so-
shakes his head, kind of.
I was just kind of leaning up against the wall right now with his hand.
Well, guys, we find ourselves in a plum pickle. We do.
Asmo, Hackless is our only way back. He's got the magic carpet.
I know. Once you guys
If you
figure
leave,
this
you're
out-
stranded out there in the cold.
Oh, I know, but once you guys figure this out, I'm just waiting for
Asmo,
you guys
give
to
me
make
a
a
Constitution check.
Just waiting for you guys to throw a lasso around my neck, pull me in. Just like,
Good lord, is that a dead eye symbol in here?
What? Oh, fuck!
it's a Constitution check.
Yes.
Not saving throw, just check.
Check.
Check. 1, 2.
That's a 9.
Oh,
You start going into a little bit of a coughing fit, and as you look down onto your arm, there's a speckle of blood across it as you were coughing into it.
Uh-oh.
What, did you breathe in somebody?
No, I coughed out somebody, and it was me.
Asmo just shows that he's bleeding.
Oh,
Ooh.
that ain't good.
That was it just thundered outside my house. Really
Ominous.
loudly. Yeah, that was
I
ominous.
feel the warp overtaking me. No.
Yeah, Asma, as you get up, you have kind of like a dizzy spell, as if you kind of like had a coughing fit that left you like dizzy. And you find that blood on your arm.
Ugh. I'm a little bit dizzy.
I can't really go out there to help you now.
Yeah, get in here, Asmo. Come on.
I'll take off my clothes and hold it open for him to put on.
Yeah.
Go
How rattled is Asmo right now?
You're very lightheaded. Like after you finish your coughing fit, it's like one of those things where if you stand up too quickly, the room is kind of spinning around you and everything kind of feels staticky.
Well, Asmo is going to fall down with his hand just slightly over the precipice of the thing as he's coughing. His hand is just slightly over the precipice of the gate.
That was...
I gotcha. He goes over, grabs your hand, and pulls you in.
No! Son of a bitch!
The orb glows. There we
God
go.
damn it!
Don't worry, we'll take care of you.
Ah!
I would know this isn't related to the curse at all, right?
You're not entirely sure, but go ahead and give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Yep. 7.
Jesus.
There's way you've been presented right now with way too much new information to process this. You're not sure.
I'm gonna give Asmo my clothing and my cowl and everything to keep him warm.
Yeah, you start to feel a bit warm as you have now all entered the tomb of Malatesh. And here's where we'll take a break. Hey guys, this is Lanipator, and I wanted to thank you for rolling with me. You can roll with me live Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time on twitch.tv/Lanipator. Now, back to the game. So, finding yourself trapped in the tomb of Malatesh by a mysterious purplish blackish orb sitting above the doorway, you find yourself in what appears to be kind of a grand foyer, designed specifically with marble, and there's a lot of light emanating from crystals around you that appear to be embedded within the floor and the ceiling and the walls of this room. Illuminates it to the point that you'd basically think there was like a daylight window in here. Around you are more mosaics telling the on the walls that seem to depict more of a more of that story that you were reading outside. Huh. Hackless moves towards the center of the room as he begins to scan the walls. Wow. Everything is very immaculately designed on these very smooth, polished stone. A lot of things are beset with very fine minerals, things that appear to be very, like, relatively precious stones, not like sapphires and things like that, but more like jade and lapis lazuli. Things like that are kind of around you, creating this mosaic on these walls.
So is this whole place booby-trapped?
How long does that... okay, it's an instantaneous thing.
It's instantaneous, yeah.
As far as you can tell, that was like the big trap that's kind of sealing you in here, but without casting that again, you're not really sure.
So we're looking at, so there's like mosaics with gemstones, you're saying?
Yeah, like relatively nice. They're fine stones. I wouldn't say they're gems. You know, like
Phasma's
jade and things like that. Polished minerals, basically.
Damn it!
It's
Asmo was
not that
excited.
they're not worth anything. If you collect enough of them, they're worth anything to the right buyer.
That's true. That's what we'll think about it. See how he's doing at the end of this.
Yeah, this grand foyer seems to stretch out in 4 directions. One is the way you came. It appears to be 2 hallways off to the side, and then one that seems to lead into what appears to be an antechamber kind of at the end of this room here. You can see parts of it. It looks like there's some shredded tapestry on the ground. I guess I'll cover up more than this. As you step closer to the center of the room, the little bead trail on the ground that seems to be made of almost a pearlescent stone seems to kind of like light the way. You can see down some of these hallways a bit.
All right. What did your books tell you about which direction to go?
Hey, got me. I'm just fascinated by all of this.
You're
I guess all those other people tried to leave prematurely or take the stone or something. Wolfgang, would you like to make a investigation check with advantage as Hackless is attempting to also decipher these sigils along the wall?
I sure would. 21.
All right. With that, you can definitely tell a bit more of this. This all seems a bit more plain as Hackless is trying to decipher various words on the wall. They're kind of helping put things into place in your mind. From what you can see, it seems to tell the tale of this tomb itself. It is, as you know it, to be a prison for one of Arkanos's followers, Malatesh. She's held captive by essentially the orb or the warrior that's depicted above the centered piece of the door. She basically grew covetous of Arkanos's teachings. Malatesh was one of 3 apprentices long ago, along with apparently one of Hackless's ancestors. One of the words that you can make out is a proper noun that goes by the name Beulet, B-E-U-L-E-T. And then there's another one whose name is it's scratched off the wall in various places by what appear to be kind of jagged finger length, but like they're deep in the wall. Some of these words have been etched out, and you're assuming that to be the name of the 3rd apprentice. But that 3rd apprentice was killed in a jealous rage, and before Malatesh could best Beulet in any form of combat, killing her, they were stopped by Arkanos and sealed in some form of magic bubble. After putting Malatesh's deeds on trial, Arkanos sealed her away in this tomb, keeping her locked inside with the very weapon that she helped Arkanos create. That appears to be the tale that unfolds around you on this mosaic. Furthermore, let's see, sorry, I need to scroll back down to see what you were, 21? Yeah, furthermore, you do know that the secret to leaving here lies in the desiccation or the destruction of Malatesh.
Wolfgang points to the depiction, the last one.
As Hackless is trying to make out the words that are in Slaven on the wall there, the best you can gauge from it is that the only people that could possibly be worthy of a weapon created by this is somebody able to take the evil that created it out of this world.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the best I can get.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like our way out is through Arkanos' disciple's weapon.
So it would seem. Well, there's plenty of ways to check out. T-Wig, with your perception, you actually hear a clacking coming down the leftmost corridor, the one off to the west of the map, basically.
Immediately turn and look, and the ears pin back.
I heard something there.
Maybe we aren't alone.
Oh God, I really hope we're alone.
Maybe somebody else is alive in here. One of these non-dust people.
Or it might be an entity.
That too.
Wolfgang will pull out Crescendo and Requiem. And just be at the ready.
Hackless pops around this corner over here. Trying to basically copy your stance.
I'm gonna hide behind the pillar there and just keep looking.
Aslan's
out.
gonna hide behind T-Wig.
Hey,
I'm spying.
Can I roll an active perception check to see if I see anything?
Sure.
All right. Like a fool, I closed my character sheet. I apologize.
No worries.
12. Wow, these rolls.
From this angle, all you can see is kind of down the hallway from here. The clack seemed to echo from around there, but you're not really sure exactly which way it came from now.
Okay.
All you know is it came from down that hallway. Think that's what we're looking for?
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to be the ones to find out, though. I don't think it's gonna come to us.
Okay. He starts
No,
walking.
no!
Just run after him.
Huh? He kind of turns back and looks at you as he walks past the doorway.
I just kind of bring down my hand on my face and shrug to Wolfgang and just follow behind Hackless.
Preemptively, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Ooh. I know that one. I didn't bring the components with me, though. Kind of pouts a little.
Fortunately for me, I don't need components.
That's cool. Alright. As you enter this hallway, you can kind of see that down the way there appears to be a doorway on the southern side of the hallway and another angle of the hallway that seems to lead northward.
Aslan slides in beside Wolfgang Conley.
Alrighty, let's have at her.
Alrighty. Hackless just kind of starts calmly marching forward.
Dun 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 dun.
He pauses at the corner. Ooh, looks around. I see nothing.
I will step out and I will peek around and take a look up and down.
Alright, as you look down the way, you just see another stretch of hallway that seems to branch off into other various corridors as well and rooms. As you turn back around, though, this room behind you, you see what appears to be a small halfling woman frozen in a block of ice in front of a few chests.
What do you guys see?
What?
Oh my god. Dun 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 dun. Is the coast clear?
Yeah?
Define clear.
There's nobody there.
Well,
Then it is
there
not-
is somebody, but they're dead.
What?
Ah, we weren't alone. T-Wig, as you walk into the room, you see this halfling female encased in ice. Appears to be, you can see their body kind of turning. You can see that they are desperately attempting to pull the cork out of a vial in their hand. The blown back hood of their cloak reveals a look of terror locked on their face.
Can I medicine this to see if they're like in a cryogenic state or if they're actually like just straight up dead?
You'd have to get closer.
What's the ground made up of? I'm curious.
It looks like it's been frosted over. Like this entire room looks like it's had a deep chill crawl over it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn to my companions and say,
Hey, you know how I saw that trap from before?
Yeah?
I only have enough power in myself to do that twice. Like 2 more times. So...
Can I peek in the room, see what's inside there?
He just pokes his head underneath T-Wig's arm.
Oh my god, there's 3
Hey.
chests.
Yeah, and you see that one of them in front of the you can't quite see past her all the way, but you can definitely see that the lid of one in front of this halfling woman is open.
You said she was trying to uncork something?
Yeah, it looks like her arm is in the position where she's trying to uncork a vial that's in her hand.
What
as
does
she's
the
looking
vial
back
look like?
over. Can't see from there.
Ah.
All you know is trying to uncork something with that hand. At least that's what T-Wig tells you, but T-Wig has unnaturally high perception. You can't even quite make it out from here. You can see the terror that's stricken across this person's face as they're looking over their shoulder.
fuck it, T-Wig's gonna go into the room.
Dun 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 dun.
All right, the ground kind of crunches beneath you as you do. There's a thin layer of ice all around the marble on this floor, so it's slippery. It's not something you're used to. It's kind of like walking on oil.
Oh god. Oh god.
Hey,
Oh no.
Before T-Wig goes out there too far, I say, "Psst, wait."
Yeah,
I
T-Wig
freeze.
slides to a stop.
I will cast Detect Magic.
All right. You look around, and there are a number of magical items on this halfling woman. Nothing else in this room appears to be striking you as wholly magical, though. Except for the ice that appears to be everywhere. It's giving off kind of a latent, not active magic, but something that had been cast.
What about the chests?
Chests don't appear to be magical.
They're full with money.
Look up at the ceiling.
Ceiling is encrusted with the same materials that most of this temple is. It's that white stone and some of those lighting jewels. In fact, some parts of the ice beneath T-Wig are actually glowing because the jewels themselves are trying to glow there, but it's trying to go through a sheet of ice, basically.
Now,
The ice is
how-
magical.
So the woman, is it like a thin layer, or is she like in a block of ice? Like,
Basically, it's a kind of a 3-inch thick sheet of ice encrusting this person.
okay. I'm gonna walk up, take a look. Can I do an investigation to see if the source of the ice came from the bottle that she opened?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me an investigation check on this person.
13.
13. Let me get my notes. The bottle appears to be entirely plugged, so you're pretty
okay.
sure that it's not the cork appears to be shut on there. It looks like there's a liquid inside that they were trying to get to.
So she maybe knew that this was gonna happen. Can I look inside the chest that's open?
Sure. As you lean around this person, you look into the chest. It looks to be filled with various papers and some coins of some description. Some pictures depict like settings outdoors. It looks like paintings,
Okay.
all kind of rolled up in scroll form.
I'm gonna grab them all.
Okay.
I can.
Sure, you get yourself 5 pieces of fine art.
5 pieces of fine art. I will add that to my inventory.
And you find sorry, let me roll for this one. 12 pieces of gold.
Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna look to my companions behind me and go, I found some pictures! I'm just gonna put it inside of my body.
Ooh, what up? He starts sliding out and, like, kind of slipping on his feet. Whoa! Okay, careful. Eh.
Can I roll a medicine check just to see if there's any chance of saving this halfling, like, in any capacity?
Go for it.
Or is she, like, just straight up just gone? 23.
Looks like she's been here for a bit. Probably hasn't breathed in quite a while. Probably dead.
Okay. Well.
Diagnosis. Stone cold dead. Sorry, that wasn't appropriate. I'm sorry. That was bad.
I get it.
Did you feel bad about that one?
I
feel like-
know.
I feel like Asmo and Wolfgang should just set down a little blanket and just start drinking warm tea out of a flask.
Mm-hmm.
The other chests are closed, you said?
Yeah, the other two chests are closed. It looks like this halfling was interrupted.
I'm gonna turn to Asmo and go,
Hey, Asmo, you're good at looking at stuff that might be trapped, right? Without the use of magic?
Kinda. I mean, kinda.
If you're asking above game, my investigation score is very low.
I'm going to investigate then, seeing the lack of confidence from Asmo. I'm gonna look around for any, like, traps or anything on them.
Go for it. Hackless will assist you. He's familiar with this. So go ahead and do it with advantage.
14.
Yeah.
They do not appear to be trapped.
Alright, I'm gonna throw open the one that's right here.
It is, however, locked.
Oh, no.
Asmo very carefully, like I'm talking Parks and Rec getting out. Get on your feet. Asmo, I was just like,
You're walking like very flat-footed across this ice. It's a little awkward, but as long as you're traveling a little slower than usual, you're good.
Just for the sake of saying it, I'm going to say that Wolfgang will be facing away from the room, looking down the hallway, just in case anything's coming.
Good call. I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
It's like a giant boulder.
Natural 20.
Wow.
You catch a shadow as it appears to, like, peek around the corner and then notice that you basically seem to make eye contact with a person as it flings its head back around. And you hear footsteps traveling down that way. Like, they're faint because they're far away, but...
So me and... Is that what they sound like?
no, I'm joking. That was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you hear footsteps going down that way. Kind of like steadied but hurried.
And I made eye contact with someone.
Yeah, and he instantly darted back as he noticed that you were looking that way.
All right. While
you didn't get a good enough glimpse to get a good descriptor of the person, but you definitely saw a face, and it was male.
Huh. I'll like eyes still narrowed down the hallway. I'll just turn my head. Hey, there's someone down there.
Oh? Maybe they know something about this. Heh, heh. He's like scooting his feet back towards you.
all right, Asmo goes down to the lock. Asmo will investigate, see if there's any traps.
Go ahead. Investigation. T-Wig will you be assisting Asmo?
Yeah, I'll assist.
All right. Advantage.
8.
Oh.
You don't think there are any
God.
traps?
Perfect. Asmo shoves the thieves' tool right in that. Just starts twisting it inside that lock. 16.
Sure enough, easy enough to pop that lock. You open it right up, and you find... Let me see, what did I have here?
And Asmo's head's blown off.
Ah, yes.
You find
the
death.
specter of death. No. You find what appear to be some weapons made of fine metal. You find a silver dagger.
1 second. I am writing all of this down in my loot box.
Yeah. 1 silver dagger, a silver short sword, a silvered hand axe with a very, very well polished. It's actually a masterwork hand axe that's been silvered, so it's a +1 to hit, but not +1 to damage.
Silver hand artisanal hand axe.
Yeah, artisanal
Masterwork.
hand axe, masterwork specifically.
Masterwork. Okay. Okay, that it?
Yes, and you find a what appear to be a pair of gauntlets.
Oh, why did I open this one? Damn. Oh well.
Well, to be fair, the one you're looking at is already open.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Gauntlets. Alrighty. What color? What do the gauntlets look like?
They seem to be from a full plate mail set. They're heavy armor gauntlets. They don't look to be that like they're basically just like silver plate. They don't seem to be embroidered with anything special, but the knuckle joints and everything like that appear to be very well maintained. This was definitely a well-loved set of gloves.
So Asmo's now going to try the most precarious thing. He's going to try and slide between the frozen lady and one of the.
All right, give me a acrobatics check with disadvantage because of the ice.
12.
As you're sliding, you grab onto her arm, and it shatters, breaking the vial that was in her hand, and the potion that she was opening starts to spill this reddish, thick liquid onto the ground.
Can Asmo turn it upside down real quick? Keep as much of it in there.
It's frozen in her hand. And you broke the top of the thing, so it just kind of starts spilling out. Like you kind of split the vial.
Ah, shit. Oh.
And you shattered her arm off.
Oh, that's my B.
Startled by the noise, Wolfgang
I'm sorry.
turns around.
Asmo's just holding her arm.
I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Well, she's dead, so.
Well, she's dead. She's dead. We have to accept that.
You're basically
Here, I'll
down.
just-
You're down a potion at this point.
What school of magic was the potion?
Let me check real quick here. Pretty sure. What is enhance? It is a transmutation.
Right?
Huh.
Maybe she was
Transmutation
taking,
magic.
maybe she was taking it to counter the fact that she was being iced.
We'll never know what it was.
Alas.
Asmo just slides.
I heard what you said, but Wolfgang didn't.
Can I
All
take
right.
the arm and like use my shape water to like freeze her arm back in place as if nothing ever happened?
Good. That's
If
good.
there's any
Fuck.
water in the area, go ahead and give me a nature check real quick.
Oh, what? Sorry, you cut out there for me a
Nature
little
check.
bit.
I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah, no worries. 23.
Sure enough, you can find enough sweat off of Asmo that you can seal that hand back to the.
All right.
Uh,
Just for flavor, I put it on like the wrong way, just because
Alright,
I'm like,
it's kind of upside down, hooking out.
Good.
While you're in there attaching that, go ahead and give me an active perception check or an investigation check of your choice.
I will use a perception check because it is higher, assuming you're talking to me.
Yeah,
Soft 20.
soft 20. Well, that's more than enough for you to realize that this person also has a bandolier that appears to have several other potions attached to it.
Oh.
Looks like 4 other potions appear to be on this bandolier.
But she's like
and-
encased in ice.
Yeah, you'd have to thaw her or chisel the ice off.
I really regret not taking heat metal. I had no idea this was going to be an ice area.
Is Asmo seeing T-Wig do this?
T-Wig is reattaching the arm. You don't know what T-Wig is
What
noticing right now.
are you
speaking.
doing? Are you reattaching that arm?
Well, yeah, I mean, come on.
Well, she's dead.
Yeah, but if my arm fell off, I would want it reattached.
You can reattach your arm. Other people can't do that.
No, I have to get Timry to do it.
No, I like me and dragon folk are the only kind that actually can regrow limbs. All right, everybody else, SOL.
What's that mean?
Shit out of luck.
You swore.
I did.
Did!
Hey, wait, hold on. Is that a? It's
Well,
sorry about
there's
the
more-
potion thing, but there seems to be a bandolier above that along.
Yeah,
there.
here, let me see.
I don't
Hold on,
know.
hold
Did
on,
T-Wig
hold on.
say that, or do you want to make a perception check, Asmo?
I would like to do a perception check, Nick.
Okay.
6!
You don't see shit!
Ah, gee, I'm just gonna fucking hell. Asmo feels cold, so he pulls out Fire Ant! And,
Okay. Pull out Fire Ant.
Asmo just kind of warms himself a little bit.
It feels nice.
Feels very nice. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Sorry. Sorry. Asmo looks at the last chest. He's going to inspect for traps on this one, too.
Go ahead, roll investigation.
It's 4. Oh, my fucking God. I'm gonna
Yeah,
die.
you don't believe
Wow.
it to be trapped.
I am going to die in here. This is not...
I can't wait.
Why would you say that about me? Because I'm exhausting, I know. But Asmo's like, not trapped.
But
Asmo puts in the thief's tool.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Pops open, like you barely even put it in there, and it was done. Like you hit it right at the right spot. Just punk!
Went
Pop
off
that
prematurely.
lock. Yeah, it just went out there. In fact, like it might not have been locked to begin with.
Oh, man.
That's
There you
how
go.
easy it was. You
Asmo
open up
pops
this
open.
one. All right, inside this one, you find what appear to be like a series of books.
Oh, my God. Books?
Yeah, and lots of different languages.
Ooh.
Ooh, how many books we're looking at?
We'll get about 5 books.
All right, can I read out 1 or 2 of them just real fast? Look at the binders on the end.
Do you speak Dwarven?
Ah, son of a bitch.
did anyone speak Dwarven? It's like writing in a bunch of runes. I'm assuming that's Dwarven.
Negative.
Nope, I do not.
Do we know a dwarf? Ah, son of a bitch.
I don't know.
Do you read Elven?
No, I don't do that either. God
I can
damn
read
it.
Elven. I can read
I
Elven.
can also read Elven.
There's an Elven book.
Oh, I'll take that one. Let's take them all. Heck.
Asmo just holds it over his shoulder. Can I just write 5 books?
Yeah.
5
All right.
books. 5 assorted books.
Yes.
Hey, hold on.
If you got to look at the book, it was a book of. It seemed to be a book of fables.
T-Wig is very excited. Can I keep that one?
Why'd you leave your feet up on the table?
You wanted to. There we go. Yeah, that's what the Elven book seemed to be about. As you got a glimpse of it, as Asmo shoved it in the sack of inventory.
Wait, hold on. There's another room back here, you two.
Asmo kind of looks to his left because he's facing the little.
Yeah, there appear to be doorways on each side of this room here.
Asmo just kind of steps up a little bit and pops his head into the one on the right side of this room.
All right. What you see as you look in here, there appears to be some oil paintings along the wall, but whatever was in here appears to have been cleared out. There does appear to be spots that mark where furniture used to stand.
This place got emptied out here, but there's a room on the other side too. That's what just slowly
You scooting your feet.
and just pops his head in the other one.
Very similar situation. Some oil paintings and broken bits of wood from what appeared to be a... hard to say exactly what this room was at a time, but it certainly serves some purpose that it no longer does.
I will take the oil paintings if there's paintings up on the wall.
Okay, they're about 3 foot by 4 foot, so they're a bit big.
Okay. Are they on frames or like on stretchers?
They're in frames.
Or... Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna.
You can cut the paintings out of them and scroll them up if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll pull off however they're attached, and just like roll them up and put them behind my back. Like
Easy enough. Go ahead and give me a. If you have a blade of any description, a sleight of hand.
yeah, I'm gonna rotate my arm around and have the scimitar come out of my arm like usual.
Yeah.
And just
We're gonna be ripping up the tiles next and selling those.
What do I need to roll? Sorry.
Sleight of hand.
Oh boy, +0. 8.
you kind of butcher the top of it, but no, maybe if you like futz with it later, you can make it look like that's how it's supposed to look. It's all right. It's okay. This is fine.
Natural one on the other side, so that's
Yeah.
fine. All right, how many? That's 3. You said 3 oil paintings.
Yeah, there are 3 oil paintings. You can give me give me another sleight of hand check, and we can average out some of these.
All right, that's great because it's still a +0. Natural 1.
All right, we're going to say that one of them is just absolutely butchered. One of them was...
You're walking up to slice it open, and you just trip and fall. And
you slip on the ice and shink scar straight across it.
No!
Just try and like pull it together.
Well, great. If her soul was trapped in that, she's fucking dead.
All right.
Okay, Wolfgang looks back, seeing all this noise. What the hell are you guys doing now?
We're
you
stealing.
hear boot steps coming up behind you. Oh, hey, it's your friend.
Turn around. I turn around and I hold up Requiem.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
In front of you, Wolfgang, you see what appears to be it appears to be a man in his 40s, maybe very old, like very high 30s. His face looks weathered as shit, though. His eyes are sunken in to the point that they almost look like beads of light in a field of darkness, like in pools of darkness. You stand here. You look to threaten my... And I need to make a wisdom save for him real quick as Hackless waves his hand. My lady would love to see us. Would love to see you as he sheathes his sword. I'm sorry, where were we? Oh, you were just, you're just helping us around here, showing us around. Right. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Hackless. Yes, Hackless, sorry.
Slowly put Requiem away.
I was giving us a tour. Yeah, tour, right. Huh. Always good to make a new friend. Yeah, it really is. It's been quite a while since I've had a good conversation. I know. You were just telling us about that. Yeah. Quite a time indeed. You two inside this, in the frozen room with the halfling are hearing this outside.
I literally, like, the painting that's marooned is on the ground and I'm on my knees with my head in my hands, just like dramatic lighting as I'm like upset that I've destroyed this beautiful piece of artwork.
This is one of those like everything fades to black and there's just a single silhouette light from the
Yeah, exactly.
So dramatic. It's my thing.
Do you know where your lady is residing? Oh, she's in the antechamber at the very far end of the temple. That's fantastic, Wolfgang. Is your detect magic still going?
It's going on for an hour, so unless this whole chicanery...
This guy is decked out with magical items.
Oh, shit.
And right now, he appears to be under the effect of a very strong enchantment spell via Hackless.
Oh.
Well, he is.
Well, we certainly wouldn't... Wolfgang turns back into the room. We certainly wouldn't want to keep our tour guide waiting.
Oh, we're getting a tour?
And I just like immediately 180 and stand up and run to the door.
Yeah, this side down here's got a little caved in after the earthquakes, but, well, it ain't nothing compared to the other things that have been showing up. Also, people have been coming in more often, but the lady hasn't liked them so much. Not as much as she's liked you. She's gonna love seeing you. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And he looks over to you, Wolfgang, as this guy begins to walk down the hallway towards the other way, and he kind of makes like a little finger gun expression towards you and points at him. Ah.
I'm just giving him a little thumbs up.
Hey, where do you keep all of the precious stuff?
Oh, well, the lady, she's the most precious thing there is.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
That's nice.
That's
Yes,
nice.
indeed.
But
She's kept me here alive and well for I don't even really know how long anymore. It's been long time. Long time.
Long time, huh?
Yeah.
Now you probably have a collection of stuff you like to look at and guard aside from her, right?
Oh yeah, it's in my room. I can show you that way if you
Yes,
like.
go to your room.
All right, let's go this way. He starts marching up this way.
Go to his room, guys. Come on.
T-Wing has no idea that there's something amiss and is just excited.
I got lucky because see, one of the cave-ins around here nearly crushed my whole room. Well, it destroyed my bed, but I just shifted up the room that I decided to be in.
How long have you lived here for?
Oh, I don't. Very long time. Very, very long time. From any description, you can tell that he's been here for well over the life that this guy should have lived. The lady, she keeps me healthy and keeps me young as long as I keeps her fed. She's very strong.
Yeah. What does she eat?
Flesh, mostly. It's been kind of a bounty in recent days, because there's been more people that's been showing in.
Asmo just makes a face.
T-Wing is
Anyway.
fine, because he's not made of flesh, so.
Here's my room. I got a nice pile of cloaks recently from all the travellers. I sleeps on it. It's nice and soft. Over there is where I keep my refuse. That's where I keep all the old swords I find that I really like. And this pile right next to me, this one is this is things that people had on them that I like looking through.
That's cool. Do you? Wow, Wolfgang. Do you think any of that's magical, Wolfgang?
I was just about to inquire.
That's great, Wolfgang. You're such a great guy.
My detect magic should be able to sense all this.
You can tell that around this room there appears to be something in a pocket of one of the cloaks. It looks to be kind of disc-shaped, no bigger than probably the human eye.
Oh.
So, I'm sorry, what was we... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Monty knows what's happening. T-Wing
What are
doesn't.
you... He pulls his sword back out. What are you doing in my room? Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Mom said you have to share the Xbox.
It's our turn on the Xbox.
Yeah,
Sorry,
modify memory only lasts a minute, unfortunately.
Oh, modify memory. I thought it was charm person.
Yeah, that was our person too. 6.
Initiative?
Get out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft!
9.
17.
There we go.
All right. Let me mark all this down here.
Okay. Now I can't. I have to talk in game, not above game. Otherwise, metagaming.
Let's see. If you'll excuse me, I'm not much of a fighter. And Hackless actually disappears from view for a moment.
Oh my
Best of luck! Wolfgang, you're up.
Alright. Alright. I can get there. I'm going to pull out Requiem in Crescendo again. And I'm going to swivel around him to the back side of him. And I'm going to strike with Crescendo.
All right.
12?
12 is going to miss as he turns and he kind of like bashes your sword out of the way with a buckler.
Alright, for bonus action, I will activate Gunslinger and take 2 shots at him with silver bullets inside of Requiem.
All right, as he deflects the blade, you whip out your gun and point it squarely at him. Go ahead.
21.
21 hits as you fire a shot penetrates, seems to penetrate through the front of, there appears to be a gap in some of his half-plate armor as it protrudes into the shoulder bone. Go ahead and...
7 piercing.
All right.
Thirsting Blade lets me fire again.
Go for it.
19.
19 also hits.
All right. Or 9 piercing damage.
All right. As you fire two shots straight into the same wound, you notice as those behind him notice as a spurt of blood kind of pops out the back of his shoulder and seems to stain the cloak that he's wearing. Or seems to wet the cloak that he's wearing, I should say. Sorry, let me write down his proper health here. All right. Any bonus actions or anything you'd like to use?
Gunslinger was my bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Then it is now his turn as he takes his long sword in 2 hands and tries to bring it down at you.
Oh, shit.
Sweeping fiercely. Does a 18 hit you? I'm pretty sure that does.
Yes, it does.
All right. As his longsword strikes true, you manage to step slightly back out of the way. He's not getting all of it, so you're as you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Ugh.
And he tries to bring it back up across your chest. Does a 16 hit you?
16 is my armor class with mage armor.
All right, that hits. It just barely hits as it scratches.
Wait a minute. Hang on. 13 plus dex. Yeah.
All right.
Keep going.
As it sears through your mage armor, he gets a nasty slash across your torso, dealing an additional 12 points of damage. And that is going to be his turn for right now. Asmo, your turn.
Well, Asmo sees what he just saw unfold, and Asmo just kind of throws his jacket off, revealing he has both blades out, and charges right at the guy. Now, I am going to be doing subdue damage.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily... This guy was very friendly. He was very helpful.
He was.
And I don't like the idea of murdering a man in his own bedroom that has not personally wronged me. But we'll see how
Fair
he does.
enough.
So Asmo slides in there. So I have 3 attacks. So Asmo has Kabuto on his right. He's got Fire Ant in his left. Here we go.
Give him the slicey dice.
Give me the old slicey dice. First hit, soft 20.
Kabuto, you strike him right in the you strike him right behind the kidneys with Kabuto as you give him a nice slash along the side, trying to do your best not to deal, mortal wounds.
8 piercing, 1 cold.
All right, and as you slice through him, the ice on the blade seems to seal up the wound, causing the flesh that you can see to kind of turn like a slightly putrid black as the blood freezes over.
Asmo, can I use a bonus action before I keep it? Can I do my free action before I keep attacking?
What do you want your free action to be?
I want to intimidate this guy.
He's not looking at you, so do it with disadvantage.
Okay, that is fair. Asmo's just gonna be like, put your weapons down! As loud as he can.
All right, take away the disadvantage.
20, thank you.
It seems to shake him a bit, but he's not putting his weapons down. He looks over his shoulder, and you can see this madness glinting in his eye. The madness of basically a man who has been trapped for God only knows how long in this space with a creature that is timeless and evil.
Would you let me sacrifice the rest of my attacks to try and grapple this man and put him in a chokehold?
Yes, I will allow you to use your other attacks as a grapple.
Okay. Now, what do I roll for
Be
grapple again?
Athletics.
Well, that's 14.
And as you're grappling with this man, he does turn away from Wolfgang to try to deal with you. You guys are in kind of a stalemate here as you're trying to basically, like, get a good hold of him, but he's trying to get away from you or trying to keep you off of him. This is going to occupy him. So you do effectively have him grappled, but you don't have him in a chokehold.
Okay. All right. So I'm like, give me your hand. No, I don't want to give you my
stop
hand.
it.
Let me hold your hand.
T-Wig, your turn.
I'm gonna turn the corner, hear the fight, and I'm gonna yell, "I'm helping!" And I'm gonna cast Polymorph on him and turn him into a penguin.
All right. Go ahead and click that. What's the save?
Why even bother? Why even bother doing anything?
The spell DC is 15. It went up, so.
What's the stat that I'm?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a nat 20. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sad. That's okay.
You see this as his muscles begin to tense and kind of quiver and sort of shrink a little bit. You see this sheen of energy kind of glint across his eyes as he looks back at you. And basically pushes his way past it.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand there. That's my turn.
All right.
One day.
You feel
One day.
You feel
It's
a
been
tap on your shoulder. Pardon me. As the voice of Hackless kind of like brushes past you. Asmo, you feel a hand on your shoulder. This should be pretty fun. And hold on, gotta double check one thing real quick.
By the way, there's
Got
that
a
one
lot
thing
of
on
fucking
Twitch.
spells.
That snake emote on Twitch is like
The best.
It is. It is for Asmo when he's made a joke. It is for Asmo when he's
All right.
shocked.
Hackless pops into existence as his hand presses against your shoulder. This should be fun. And you begin to feel the whole world start to slow down around you, Asmo. Endure. As you see this man breathing slowly, you are now under the effects of haste.
What have you done, Hackless? What have you done?
Yeah, Asmo is speaking really quickly, and his movements almost are moving so quickly they almost seem blurred or sporadic.
Asmo, guys, I'm sorry. Asmo is vlogging jump cut fighting now.
Oh god. Oh
Cannot
no.
handle this.
And Hackless very slowly, from your perspective, steps backward. Wolfgang, it is effectively your turn as Asmo is processing this.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first. Crescendo.
All right, you are now considered flanking on him. Not that that matters. That hits.
24. For 8 slashing.
All right, you cut a huge, you managed to cut a huge swath along his side. As blood begins to leak out. His blood seems mal-colored, almost too dark to be normal.
Stomach. Sorry.
And then I will bonus action once more. Requiem, fire twice.
All right, fire away.
Natural 20.
Oh!
You put it right up against the back of his neck, and you pull that trigger. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's going to be 6 plus 7 is 13.
All right, you don't get him along the spine, but a massive chunk of flesh flies off the side of his neck, spattering a bit of Hackless in the face there. Asmo, to you, this looks to be like slow motion as his neck begins to pop like a water balloon.
One more time. 19.
Also hits.
12.
Firing into that exact same wound you just made, basically the entire left chunk of his neck just explodes. You can see parts of his spine in there. Blood is leaking out, but very slowly. Even to you, Wolfgang, it looks to be of the consistency of molasses.
Ugh.
It's like Asmo took the drug slow-mo from Dread, and this is all happening.
Yes, but the blood that's dripping out of his artery at his neck looks to be like it almost bubbles up and droops down at the consistency of a lava lamp. It is now your turn as you have processed what is happening around you. You now have one additional action every turn.
Really?
Or a bonus action, yeah, one of your choice.
Yeah.
Well, Asmo's gonna go full ham on this guy. So now the man's neck and he's not dead. So he's okay.
If anything, his demeanor has his teeth are now clenched further. You get a good view of what kind of dentistry this place has, which is not much. As several of his teeth look shattered, some of them look like he filed them down to be a bit sharper. Others look like they've just turned brown and are rotting from within.
Okay.
He does not have $1 million smile.
Asmo, can I let go of like the try and the shove? Can I release the grapple?
Yeah, I'll allow that as an action.
Well, now Asmo is going to go full ham on this bad boy. He's gonna. Oh my god, I almost called it Abuto. Asmo hits him with the Kabuto. 24.
24 definitely hits. Oh, you also have a +2 bonus to AC throughout all of this. That might come in handy. Who knows?
It's only if I get struck with a melee attack.
Yes.
That is only applicable with direct melee strikes against me, and that's only for a reaction.
9 more damage as you're stabbing him.
Asmo with the fire at 16.
16 is just not enough to penetrate his armor, unfortunately. But you can tell that this guy's kind of getting close to the end of his rope. You have, I believe, 1 more attack and a bonus action. Actually, I'll call you ending the grapple your bonus action, so you can have up to 3 more attacks.
So I have 3 more attacks on top of the 2 I just did?
Up to 3 more, yes.
Sweet Christ. Asmo with another Kabuto slice, 14. Nada.
Yeah, as you're trying to reach out, this guy is now going into... it seems he's used to fighting people this fast somehow, or maybe he's able to preternaturally keep up with your movements here. But he managed to dodge that one.
Fire Ant dodges that one!
Yeah, as Fire Ant, like, you can see the sparks scraping across his armor. As you're just not hitting home for some reason. But you got 1 more attack in you.
Asmo with 1 more Kabuto slash. 26!
That hits.
9 piercing plus 3 cold.
And you see a lot of the color drain out of this guy's face as he's pulling up his cloak. Like, his entire neck and torso is just caked in this thick, syrupy blood. As it is now his turn, he pulls up the cloak, and you see this mist begin to swirl around him. He turns into a cloud of darkness before disappearing.
Ooh.
Well, they know we're here.
Ugh. Well, he knows we're here now. Wow. That's not good.
He didn't turn into a penguin.
What?
Nothing.
Bananas penguin.
I just kick a rock on the ground. I'm very upset.
I'm going to reload Requiem.
Asmo, the world around you is still moving in incredible slow motion. Yeah, Asmo's dashing around, blurring. He faces through a wall for some reason. Yeah, you go ahead and reload Requiem as Hackless is starting to kind of like look through stuff. And slowly but surely the world starts to slow back down around you. And you begin to feel like you're moving at a normal speed again. I will say, in that time that you were like moving around super fast, you were able to kind of get a lay of this area and all of his shit. All of this over here in the corner by Hackless and you, it appears to be a bunch of broken bottles.
Nothing usable?
It doesn't seem to be, like, there are a couple of whole bottles. They smell, if you give me an investigation check or a perception check.
Oh, I always do that one. That's a better score. 14.
They smell vaguely medicinal. The weapons all seem to be kind of... They seem ancient, like, by design and just based on the wear on them. A lot of them seem very, very old. Nothing like the Mastercraft stuff you were pulling out of the chests down at the end.
Ignore it, but these cloaks.
First of all, they smell like ass because he's been using them as kind of a bed. There seems to be a pile of about 30 or 40 cloaks of various make and wear. I will say, of them, you do find 3 that are very nice silken cloaks, and one that is, by any description, an antique that would probably be worth quite a bit.
Is the pile of cloaks where I saw the disc?
Yes, and in fact, it's in one of the ones that Asmo's examining in one of the pockets.
I'll just reach into the pocket and pull it out.
You pull out what appears to be a monocle.
Oh my god.
Like
I'll-
a little piece of a little eyeglass.
I'll hold it up to my eye.
As you do, and you look around, it seems to your perspective, doesn't seem to have much effect at all on anything that you're looking around at right now.
Huh. I'll take it off and I'll examine it. It was giving off a magical signature, yes?
Yes, it is in fact magical.
What school?
School of Magic would be... That would be divination.
Douglas, you know what this is? Giving off
I can-
divination magic.
I can give a crack at it. Kind of holds in his hands, and he begins to ritual cast Identify.
Ooh.
This might take me a bit if you guys want to explore the rest of this area.
All right.
Just kind of sits down and starts
Now,
checking through it.
Now you mentioned earlier that the cloaks were worth money because they're old, or
You found one that definitely appears to be of a very old make, made of very fine material. It looks of elven make,
Well, that sounds
probably from the Old Kingdom.
oh, Asmo's gonna take that and shove that because it belongs in a museum.
Yep, and then there were 3 silken cloaks that are probably also worth money, but not quite as much as that other cloak.
Silken cloak. What should I label that?
Put it in the bag! Put it in the bag!
Just say 3 fine cloaks and 1 antique cloak.
3 fine silken cloaks and 1 antique cloak.
Yes.
Antique elven cloak.
Yes.
Antique elven Lani's handsome cloak.
Ah. Ooh. Getting
like
some
that
bonus on that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
That one, you like that one?
That put its price up by another 100 gold.
By the way,
Oh shit.
I am popping 2 uses of my healing light to heal myself for 2d6.
Go for it.
I just imagine you snap your fingers, and the more fingers you snap with, the more healing light you get.
It's like the flash of a Polaroid camera. Just...
I heal for 5.
All right.
Hey, heal, fa.
All right, that's good.
Now, don't
See,
mind me.
it shures up some of your wounds that were definitely bleeding.
Do you need
Nothing.
more healing, Wolfgang?
No, I should be all right.
Hey,
Sure.
nothing.
Yeah, I'm all right.
That
Okay.
frozen lady had some healing potions.
She had what?
Healing potions.
Was that what those
Nah.
were?
Dun
Some
dun
of them.
dun 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 dun. Asmo starts walking back towards the other room.
All right. I guess I can reveal this place that you're walking by. It appears to be, it looks like an old fireplace that you're walking by along this corridor here. It doesn't look like it's been used in quite some time, and you're not really sure where the vent might lead.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
Asmo's gonna walk down to that first room we went to with the frozen lady.
Sure thing.
Asmo's gonna pull out Fire Ant.
I'll also reveal these rooms as you walk by them. This room on your to the east of you there, Wolfgang, it looks to be what used to... It seemed to be a sitting room at time, but it appears that is no longer the case. A lot of shattered wood on the ground, a bunch of torn up paintings on the walls. And this other room that you walk by, let's see, how much of it would you be able to see? As you walk by, you definitely notice that there's bones in there.
Ooh. Labyrinth Prison.
Asmo is just currently right now just rotating Fire Ant with the heat on around the bandolier in circles.
Okay. Attempting to... it's definitely taking a while, so you decide to try to carve in there would probably be the most efficient way to do this.
I wish I had things to make the sound effect of what I could only imagine that is. Hold on. Asmo just goes up to it.
Yeah, scraping it basically a firebrand against a block of ice. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage as you're using a heated weapon.
My sleight of hand ain't that bad. With 21, baby.
Nice.
That is enough. It takes you a decent amount of time to get through all of this, just carefully carving around the items to make sure they get a thin layer of ice. You actually carve this woman free, basically, and are able to kind of shatter the ice around her. And she kind of flops to the ground, her arm off to the side.
Oh, by the way, my ice spell, my shape water, only lasts, I think, for an hour, so that hand's gonna come off later.
Well, it came off already because Asmo just chiseled her free.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, you have access. The potion that was in her hand, the rest of it just kind of spills to the ground now. This thick, gooey red liquid smells vaguely of iron.
Viscousy.
Yeah, very viscous. Very viscous.
Capital V, if anything.
Yeah. So on this lady, you find... Let me scroll back up to her. You find one potion that looks to be kind of... It looks almost like heavy liquid iron sitting at the bottom of this vial that's on her.
One iron potion.
Yeah, one potion that appears to be, some form of liquid metal inside. You find an orange potion that seems to have like little yellow bubbles that seem to sparkle within it.
Okay.
And you find 2 potions that you recognize, 2 potions of healing.
2 potions. Yeah. Alrighty.
Go ahead and give me a quick perception check about this person.
21.
She's got some nice shoes on. Those shoes look fancy.
I know
What
I
are
should.
those?
No. Asmo just kind of looks to the camera if it was there. I know I shouldn't, but
As you slide the shoes off.
Okay, Asmo's gonna
Okay.
Asmo's gonna use the Fire Ant like a shoehorn.
I'm gonna assume you turn off the whatever. Yeah, you kind of like get them behind her heel. You hear the sizzling of flesh as you pop the shoes off.
Are these boots high heels? Describe these wonderful shoes.
These boots appear to be made of a very fine cloth fabric. They're very soft to the touch and very light in weight. The inside seems pillowy. The outside is a vermilion dark forest green in texture, in appearance, with some slight gold embroidery going around them.
What color on the outside are they?
Vermilion green, like a dark green.
So what should I label these as in my bago stuff, which I built?
Say mysterious soft shoes for right now.
Mysterious soft shoes.
While Asmo's doing that, what's everybody else up to?
I'm keeping watch of the hallway to the north.
Okay.
I am examining these bones. Does this room appear any blood spatters at all, or do these look like completely
A
picked
couple
clean?
of these. Go ahead and give me an investigation if you want to go in there.
Absolutely. 7.
These bones all appear to be from various humanoid races. Some, though, appear to be from larger creatures. Seems maybe like some half-giants. But you can't tell how long they've been here or exactly how many creatures they might have come from.
Huh. Hey, Asmo.
What?
You might want to pick up the pace.
Maybe I'll be able to with these shoes, but why?
Because they know we're here now.
Well, no shit! That's why I'm stealing everything right now! Thank you, ma'am. Rest in peace.
And Asmo wanders back to...
What you got there?
Don't you worry about what I got. We'll go over everything I got at the end of this.
I can see it in your bag, Asmo.
You can't.
I don't know that you can see through the...
Yeah, no, you can't. It's a magical bag.
Yeah, it leads to a pocket dimension.
Ah, okay. All right. Forgot about the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it specifically for this.
To steal shit from you!
Hide it from your allies. Gotcha.
Asmo is... No, I told everyone I got this. Asmo's going to get on his knees and start popping out tiles to sell outside of this. Asmo's having a garage sale, and they don't even know what's happening.
Asmo, you motherfucker.
What?
We do not have time for this.
Fine, let's go. Ooh, those are nice bones.
Figured out your eye thing!
Uh-huh.
Please grab Asmo by the neck.
Yeah!
I'll pinch his scale where his ear should be.
That's my head hole. That's how I hear.
God damn it.
Hackless wanders back out. This here, funnily enough, is a monocle of identification.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so if you look at something through it long enough, I think about a minute or so, you should be able to figure out what it is.
Oh,
As long as it's magic.
That is fresh.
that would be really cool to have for my eyeball.
I will.
Well,
Well, you want to be able to identify things?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll hold on to it. We'll talk about it later, but
I only really want the one thing here. You guys can have everything else.
Well, you heard it here first,
I'll put it
folks.
in. Give me the magical monocle of all seeing. I'll put it in my bag.
Hi. He hands it to you.
Okay, so it's called the...
Monocle of identification.
Okay.
It actually rings very familiar. You remember Flix using something very similar to identify some items that you were showing her.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not hers.
That would be... Oh, that is plausible, actually.
I hope this isn't Chris's blood.
You almost became a Jill sandwich.
All right, so you have a hallway to the north, and then you have the entire other half of this building here.
Well, now that they know we're here, I'll take the front, I guess.
What did she say? The lady was in the antechamber?
Yeah, she said she was at the rear, but some places were blocked off by... He was trying to lead us back down the other way, so I'm guessing she's not up this way unless there's a way towards her there.
Let's
But
just
there
go.
could be things.
There could be things.
There could be things!
There could be things.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Things
that are trying to kill us.
No.
Yeah.
No. You say no
Oh.
to that, Hackless.
Oh, no. As you enter this room, you see what appears to be another, basically, it seems to be another sort of foyer that leads to, I'm scrolling on the wrong one. That seems to lead to the other side. As you look in, it seems to be a desecrated and abandoned bedroom.
Oh, yay, it's a foyer.
So just peeks in. Does he see anything that is discernible?
You definitely see the frame of an old bed, the wood warped and rotted with age. Any bedding that had been there has long since been destroyed, disintegrated, or just used for various other things. Above you is a mosaic of... it seems to depict more of the that very similar story from out there, but this one is made of fine gemstones. The ceiling is domed above you, about 10 feet up.
There's gemstones 10 feet above me.
Yes, there are very nice gemstones up there.
Asmo wants a nice...
Hey.
Yeah?
Wolfgang.
Oh,
Not you, Hackless. I mean, you'll do.
no worries.
I will,
I know we shouldn't. And I know we're kind of a time
pressed
sink
for
here.
time, yes.
Yeah, we are, but take a look up there. As you see, Yeah. Fuck your time.
What do I see?
You see another mosaic depicting scenes from the story that you've seen out in the grand foyer of this temple. This one appears to be specifically a large bubble made of what appear to be fine sapphires surrounding a elven woman in torment. There appear to be waves of tiny rubies ebbing off of this woman.
Okay, T-Wig, you know how you said you wanted like 1,000 gold for your eyes?
Yes.
It might just be right up there.
Hackless starts clapping his hands together in the background and begins scaling the wall like Spider-Man.
What the hell are you doing?
He's now on the ceiling above you. You want these rocks, right?
How are you able to do that?
Hackless man can do whatever
Spider
a
climb.
hackless can.
Is this one of your mind hacklesses?
It's just a pretty easy spell, honestly.
The spider climb.
That one.
Oh.
He pulls out a crowbar from his pack. And starts popping them out. They start raining from the sky.
Asmo just pulls out the bag and just kind of holding it like it's like.
All right, we're going.
yes.
We're now playing that Timon and Pumbaa game.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, we're playing that or the
bug
Kirby
catch.
64 minigame.
That one too. Ooh. Okay, Asmo, I want you to make me an acrobatics check to catch these before they crack on the ground.
Can I help him?
Oh no!
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Anybody else who wants to try to catch some of these may also roll an acrobatics.
I wanted to help Asmo.
Asmo rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god!
13 for me.
Okay. Asmo, you can't seem to catch a single goddamn one. Hackless just starts popping these out, and you were not ready as they start clattering, clack. T-Wig, you're having a bit better luck as you're kind of holding out the soft, pouchy part of your cloak, just kind of catching them as they fall down. Man, that's rough. T-Wig, you managed to catch 5 perfect sapphires and 2 perfect rubies. Asmo, you have you end up with essentially 10 flawed rubies.
Damn it!
And 10 flawed sapphires.
10.
So I got 5 perfect sapphires and 2 perfect rubies.
Yes.
Okay.
10 flawed sapphires.
Wolfgang, you're just like sitting in the corner, shaking your
Yeah.
head, wishing you had a
I don't give a
cigarette.
shit about
He
this.
owns his own school and mansion.
He doesn't need this.
He doesn't.
This is too poor for my blood.
Oh, shut up.
Not worth
Son of
my
a bitch.
time.
Oh, look at me! I'm Wolfgang Connolly! Oi! I got a butler! That's me, that's you.
That's good.
Thank you,
Hackless
thank
attempts
you.
to do a flourish and flip
Oh
off
no!
the
I
ceiling. And
I've forgotten my gold-plated handkerchief.
he kind of lands on his back on the ground. Boof! But he doesn't kip up. Yeah!
I hold up that 10 card that I have for some reason. 10.
Yay!
I put it away.
All right.
That's it. All right, let's mosey.
Mosey our way on back to find that lady and Guy, probably. He's probably there. We should
Probably the guy.
find him.
Probably the guy.
All right, you guys make your way back into the grand foyer of this temple. And here is where we will end today's session.
Oh, no. What? It's already 6?